if that makes any sense. I gotta... Come on! There we go. See, you just gotta yell at it. Oh, I think that was just it yelling back at me. What the hell? Alright, so if I remember correctly, I have a lot of blocking I gotta do. If I remember double correctly. Down and then take the train track. Although that does look like it's a whole lot more work. It's 221 up here. Because I remember this is where those Yao gliders were, and that wasn't fun. You had remote. What do I gotta put my suit on. My super suit, I got to put on. Okay, here we go. Power. Up into power armor. Let's go. It's always raining that way. It's a real rain on my parade. But I kind of hate the ones that jumps up down below ass. Like, pretty much anything other than like people. These are just not fun to use. They're just stuck in the same dimension. Not my favorite. If I would be 100%. This game can look pretty alright. It is a pretty fine market game. It's just in first person. No, I guess even in first person, yes, this is still probably a little better. It could just be the art style. It's more like visually not upsetting. Well, and ESO's not a bad game. In fact, it's probably one of the best games. In my personal opinion. It doesn't have like the same graphical fidelity that, say, Skyrim does. But it's still a decent game. I would say that this game does feel like it looks better. Just my personal opinion. One thing that is kind of me about 76 is the fact that though a fully fledged Fallout open world, it is fucking empty. I can go miles without seeing anything at all. mole rats. I literally almost never see things like fucking bloat flies. The only like raiders you ever really come in contact with are mostly just like people in camps. Like if you follow the road, you might run into like one or two things, but like there is nothing in the wilderness. If you are off the beaten path, you are pretty much gold. You are a full-fledged. Oh shit. Try again. Come on. Oh, wait. Really across? Nope. Baby. That's great. Is it just because I've already found it? Because I swear they didn't trigger it when I was playing test. Not when I found it, like when I fucking... Oh shit, that's right, there is a yeah right there. That means the first time when I found it on accident, someone must have just been there. But I did not see fucking anything.
Directive from Vault-Tec. Secure the region's 3 nuclear missile silos. We had to make sure they didn't fall into the wrong hands. I knew I couldn't do it alone, so I asked you, my Vault 76 family, for help. And what did you do? My God, why? How could you do this? We were supposed to take control of the nukes, not engage in an Appalachian arms race. Please, stop this madness. The cycle of destruction has to stop. I haven't lost faith in you. I know you are good people and will do the right thing. If anything, I've lost my faith in Vault. They gave me a mission I could never accomplish on my own. They must have known I'd need your help. Did they also know what you do? It's just so hard not to feel manipulated.
Now where did she go? Yeah, I like that in all my journey, literally only found my vault, which I left out of, and that vault fucking, was it 51 or whatever the fuck? Oh. Super Suit Man! Oh, okay.
Authorization required.
Damn. Where do I go now? What am I doing? by perception because I didn't perceive that I still needed to level up. I am using shotgun right now. So, take it. Oh yeah, I was doing that. That's the closest thing to me, actually. Here's the bait, though. Alright, yeah, I'll go to do this, I guess. That was easy. Good old skates. You know, they charge like $30 for those buttons. And you can still buy them. Like, who the fuck is dropping like $30 in 2021 on a Staples button that just goes, that was easy. I'd like to be that person's friend. They have wild aspirations in this world.
I got here first. Go find some other spot. If you don't look close enough, you'll miss what you're looking for. I'm gonna strike it big, baby!
All right.
Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this place up is hard work.
I guess in the meantime, I this was their place. So,
Order, learning, protection.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas.
Fort Atlas.
Formerly the Atlas Observatory, now headquarters for the Brotherhood of Steel.
What's going on here?
Well, this is Fort Atlas, new headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel in Appalachia. The Brotherhood's in the process of getting everything in order here, but already people from all over Appalachia are turning up. Some need help, some want to join, but it seems like everybody's curious what comes next. I just say what Paladin Romani says. We're here to help.
I'd like to know more about the Brotherhood.
Of course. What'd you want to know?
What can you tell me about the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood of Steel is a... well, I guess you'd call it a military organization. Founded originally out in California around when the bombs fell. We're dedicated to rebuilding society and preserving old technology. Keeping the mistakes of the past from being repeated, you know?
With
One of the members
Bethesda
from California could tell you more,
Fallout?
I'm sure.
Wasn't that like a big thing? Like Lions was like, I don't remember if it was the Elder Lions or if it was like even like maybe his fucking. It wasn't like they were the Brotherhood's big fucking push east. And this takes place like what, 200 years before Fallout 3, or like 150 or some shit. It's like. What's it like being an initiate?
Oh, it's an honor. I know that sounds like some recruiting poster nonsense, but really, it is. I finally feel like I'm part of something meaningful. Building a better world alongside other people who've committed their lives to that cause. Sure, sometimes it means doing guard shifts in the rain, but hey, small price to pay for real purpose, right?
How many of the Brotherhood are here?
Pretty sure that's strategic information I'm not supposed to just give out to anybody that asks.
There. I wanted to ask you something else.
What do you need?
What's your story?
Me? Oh, I'm just a guy who wanted to be a part of something special. A place to do something that really mattered. I picked up the messages the Brotherhood were broadcasting on the way here, and I came out ahead to help set up the place, hoping they'd let me join. They liked my initiative, and now I'm an initiate. Nice bit of symmetry, I thought.
I'd like to speak to someone in charge.
Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
I guess that's what I'll do. Boop boop beedly beep bop a ding bang ding geedly doo. Skeedly skid scan. Oh, he's right there. How convenient that he's just meandering
I
around.
have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted. But this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
Hey.
If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now.
Russell Dorsey sent me to talk to you.
Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
Dorsey thought I might be able to help out.
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
Where do I get to go out?
I can think of no greater honor than to join your noble brotherhood.
If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But, if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate.
Oh yeah.
We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
Sure, I can do that.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Imagine stuffing smashing that power armor.
California members show themselves infectious disease from outside the territory.
Ain't no kind of life. Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
Sort of. Night Shin asked me to speak with you.
Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age. So, what's this night fella sent you for?
I was asked to find out what you wanted from the brother.
A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Like that don't make them raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
I'll bring them your offer, Art. Take care.
Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
Night Shin sent me to speak with you.
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot.
Tally, you're not a raider, are you?
What? Me? A raider? No. A little old me? Don't be silly.
What's your story, Tally?
Oh, I'm just a poor country girl, you know? Parents died ages ago, so it's just me and a few friends trying to make our way in the world. It's pretty scary out there. Just a bunch of orphans helping each other out. And we're practically just kids. Had to grow up on our own. We'd sure feel a lot safer with some of those high-tech guns these Brotherhood have to scare off all the maniacs out there.
So I take it guns is what you're after.
Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there.
I'll be sure to tell that to Night Shin. I wanted to ask you some other things first.
Why not? Hit me.
Be honest with me, Tally. Why do you want those guns?
Hey, you calling me a liar? I mean, I already told you. My friends and I just need them for self-defense. We'll pay good caps.
I think we're done for now.
Yeah, whatever.
Speak or go away. I do not tolerate eavesdroppers. Yes? Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers.
Actually, Night Shin asked me to speak with you.
The severe gentleman in the power armor, yes? Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Night Shin want to know?
He asked me to find out what you wanted from the Brotherhood.
I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
I'll pass that along to Night Shin right away.
Thank you. Be well.
Look what the rad roach dragged in.
What is it now?
You better have something useful to say to me.
Actually, Night Shin asked me to talk to you.
Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he got to say to me?
Tell me what the problem is.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
I'll tell them what you told me, Sean, I promise. Goodbye.
Hey, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously. I hope you can convince them.
Keep that armor in good shape. Your life could depend on it.
Have you finished the task I gave you?
I've spoken to the petitioners. I'm ready to report.
Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Dr. Blackburn was looking for supplies for his research.
The Brotherhood is not a charity. And our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the Doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
All this concrete, place is like a tomb.
Fortifications appear adequate.
He actually said other people seem to need you more.
That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, it is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report.
Art Knapp wants to trade a share of his crops for protection from raiders.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment.
Military-grade hardware. Common amongst the models from California.
Sounds like a fair deal to me.
That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns.
Let us take care
Enough
of
about
things
that. What's next?
Tally Lang wants to buy guns from you.
No. We are not arms dealers.
I think she might actually be a raider.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on.
Sean Hockman was robbed by people claiming to be Brotherhood.
Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
What matters is he believes it. You should help him out.
That sounds like something Paladin Romani would say. But what he believes is of no concern of ours. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved, and it should remain that way. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
Okay. No, for sure. Thanks, I'll do that.
Be vigilant, outsider.
Also take your stuff.
The only reason you should be back here is if you're ready to give your report.
We're here to protect the people. You'll learn that in time.
Whoa.
I'd love to look at the...
Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
I want to join up. Knight Shin said you may need some help.
Oh, a prospective initiate. Knight Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it?
Deal.
Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start?
I'm ready to go.
Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
For sure. Real quick, before I do that, I will be right back. I actually really need to pee, so...
What else it brought? I'm glad we guard our tech closely. Never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
One day, I'll make night, then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
We have to cut ourselves free.
All right.
Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertibird.
Probably won't have to suit for very long down there, but let's do it. Derek Papilio, man of the people. Wait, do I have a 45? Is that a 45? Dog food is like really filling. Alright. Oh.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war.
Reading paperwork? Yuck.
It's a necessary step. The files from upstairs led us here, but this area is relatively unexplored. The scientists could have recorded information that we need to know before we start examining the machine itself. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
Alright, let's do it. Like duct tape. And fuse. And none to announce. Maybe this carton of cigarettes. Ooh, gold-plated ladder. Should also probably be cans. Oh wait. Oh, do coffee pots make steel or aluminum? I don't remember. I guess I'll take the coffee pot. I don't know. I do know that my core is gonna run out and I'm not gonna have any more suit. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's just a big ass cricket. It's just a big ass cricket. A single use of the Atlas device requires a huge intake of coolant to keep the machine operational. Pumping this coolant through the device during operation puts a worrying amount of stress on its pipes, pumps, and valves. Repeated usage testing has revealed signs of cracks and breakage throughout. Furthermore, the hasty construction of the machine has led to structural flaws that could lead to high pressure buildup in the intake points, which could have destructive results if not addressed. These flaws could have been averted with careful design protocols, but the pressures of the war overrode those concerns. I would be remiss not to recommend an excess of caution when proceeding with future projects. It appears that this is 3 out of 3, I guess. Alright.
This must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial.
Alright. Ion focus. Our experiment with a compact ion focus has left it vulnerable to strong feedback during device initiation. It survived the test, but the design should be reconsidered before any future use is attempted. Induction coil. The induction coil suffers the same feedback susceptibility as the ion focus. Repeated usage causes significant variance in the flux distributions throughout the coil. Redesign of this device also needs consideration if it is used in any future trials, as the potential risk of frying the coil could require substantial capital and replacement parts. Core processing unit. Well, firmware updates have proven useful in troubleshooting important aspects of Atlas operational capability. The sheer processing power required to execute the necessary commands requires a special order CPU. This CPU came at great cost to the operation, and numerous computing breakdowns during trial runs led leadership to question its long-term stability as well. Full diagnostic report pending. So, tabish. Louis. Following the dismissal of Dr. Isaac Hammond, LTC, Oberlin has tasked me with overseeing the shutdown of the Atlas project. This report outlines the state of the project as of its termination. While showing promise in its final trials, the project still has major stability issues, and considerable additional effort would be required to create a consistently operational device. The working trials impacted the operation of several key components, including the miniaturization ion focus and primary induction coil. Also of concern was the enormous stress put on the cooling intake pumps and possible defects discovered in the release valves. There's a little, like, progress bar for learning about this area.
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this.
Say that again. What on earth is the Atlas Project?
Well, Night Shin did send you, so I guess I can trust you with a little information. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood.
Thanks for filling me in.
I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups?
Got it, let's go.
Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. This looks like what we need. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec.
Run diagnostic check.
Interesting.
Defunct, rupture detected. Misaligned, flux distortion detected. Got it. Jesus Christ. Ouch. I don't like that at all. Just heal up a little bit, actually. Wiring has been shredded. Likely the work of resident workers. I think I healed. Get out of here. Fuck out of here.
Glad that's over with. That does it for the inspection. Let's talk.
There's just like gunpowder in them for some reason. Yeah, make some skin set with those. Arrows.
All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next, we have the release valve. That went. Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were...
Completely chewed through. Mole rats are the prime suspect.
Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far.
I wasn't expecting a test.
Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you are in my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation.
Oh?
I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them, if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do.
Well, no more. Oh, I see. Get out of here. I'm trying to work. Inside its container, a miniaturized ion focus sits nestled in a bundle of tubes and wires, many of which are attached. How will you go about extracting it? Gently unhook each tube wire from the device and lift it out. Oh, it's even higher above me. But the other one, oh, they're right. Pressure gauge. Inside its container, a pressure gauge is attached with rusted screws. How will you go about extracting it? Unscrew the screws through the rust and remove the gauge. Okay. Just technical data, you know. Feels great right now. Okay. That is good to know. Automation box, that's good to find. Okay, let's see if this is all true. Inside the container is an induction coil with 2 thick wires attached, one red and one blue. A low hum and the sound of static surrounds the device, and the wires crack. How will you go about extracting it? Ow! Mysterious canister sits pulsing with an eerie glow. How do you go about extracting it? Quickly swap it with a heavy sack of dirt.
Escape attempts. Lawbreaker.
Oh, she's just downstairs. Okay, scrap all this junk. That's a good start. Scrap. What's that other scrap is? Wait. Fuck. No, go back. Oh, damn it. Okay, you know what? I think I can just. Scrap them. I got a backpack. Okay, modify. I can make a board. I'll make 32 boards. And then scrap all of them. Boom, boom, boom. Scrap my items. Holy cannoli. That was fun. Oh shit. That's a weapons workbench. This is a weapons workbench. Completely different. Are they the same? Who cares? Alright. Well, that was fun. I just gotta find the fucking stairs.
Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected.
Alright.
Oh, I thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is pristine. Good work on that. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine?
You're the expert, you tell me.
I don't see another explanation. And if it did, this could be an important find for the Brotherhood. Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy, but they condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, I think you deserve to know more about Project Atlas. Take a look if you get some free time. Thanks again for your help. And good luck with the Paladin.
Thanks.
What was that? That doesn't sound good.
7 snowbags. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Ad Victoriam.
Alright, what's this paladin gotta say?
Request for the Brotherhood should be passed through Night Shin. Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
Scribe Valdez wrote me a letter of recommendation.
Someone returned the gun to the wrong place.
Between this and the report I have from Night Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks?
Yeah. I would like to join, if you'll have me.
With the recommendations of Night Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Where is this nest?
We don't know. Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply.
We don't know how dangerous this might be. Surely it's worth an extra reward.
Your reward is that I consider you worthy to join our ranks. Limited intel suggests this is a milk run, perfect for a new recruit. But you're not wrong. We don't know the level of threat. Take this as an additional precaution.
Thanks. I think I have everything I need.
Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
Ad Victoriam, I guess.
Is gonna love it.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
Cleaning duty again? I swear Night Shin has it out for me.
Supplies for the relief efforts. Might buy us goodwill with the locals.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself.
Jeez.
When do I get to go?
That's a nice gun.
I cannot believe these people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything.
We should see if anyone needs help with anything.
No meat approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner declined. Seems this ration request doesn't even
We'll
name
build
on it.
something better for everyone.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here. Appalachia's future will be decided.
TP!
This is the armory. Scribe Valdez is upstairs at the workshop.
For my walk. I want it.
Fort Atlas is in good hands. Night Shin's trained us well.
Alright, well, I guess all that's left is to travel to...
The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before?
Alright, ready where this quest goes. Oh, damn, that's a journey.
One day, I'll make night, and I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Alright, well, I guess, that's just where I'm gonna call it. You know what? I guess next time we'll just kind of throw a dart at the map and find out where we're going. So, until then,